off your audio. Okay, all of you, please listen. When the inaugural session is going on, all of you may on your video and off your mic audio. Only the person who is speaking may on the mic and speak. All others are to make their mics mute, and all the videos may be open, so that when we take the photograph and all of you will be there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Let's begin the program. All of you may on your videos and off your audios, please. All of you may on your videos and off your mics, please. As and when the inaugural session is over, you can follow the instructions by the RP, that is Balan sir, whether to on the video or audio. Such things you can decide afterwards. Now all of you may on your video. Let's begin the program. Today we are on the 11th episode of LAP-11, Language Acquisition Program by English Graduates Association. And this program is known as, today's program is known as PEP, that is Pronounce English Properly. This session is handled by Balan sir, N K Balan Nair sir, and it is inaugurated by Premarajan sir, Diet Principal Kozhikode. And let's begin the program. First of all, let me invite Mr. P. A. Naushad to welcome the gatherings. Naushad sir, please.
Good morning, everybody. Dear, I feel this.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my dears. Dears, I feel this is one of the happiest moments in my life. The great opportunity to participate in such a program like this. Pronounce English properly, PEP. Indeed, it will inspire us to improve our English language. Am I right, my dears? Dear students, you have to utilize the great potential of English language in the real sense of the term. If you are fit in English word, it will help you in different ways in your life. It may lead you to success in your life. Am I right? Could you follow me, my dears?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We use the English language for most of international communication as the window of the world. About 53 countries have named English language as their official language. About 400 million people globally use the English language as their first language. Dears, my duty is to welcome all of you to this program. First of all, I welcome very respected Vadekandi Narayan sir, an excellent teacher in English language, environmentalist, the winner of Vanamitra, who is presiding this function.
Thank you,
Next,
sir.
our inaugurator, very respected VV Prem Rajan Sir, Principal Jayat Kozhikode. Next, we respected Balan N K Nair, former Chief Tutor, District Center for English Kozhikode. Next, we respected VP Musa Sir. Then my most beloved students, teachers, parents, and once again, I welcome all of you to this function. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Naushad sir. Without delay, let us pass on to the program. Let me invite the respected Diet Principal Kozhikode, VP Pramarajan sir, to deliver the inaugural address. All others are supposed to on their video and off their mic. Please. Pramarajan sir.
Okay. A very sunny good morning to all. I extend my gratitude to the organizers, especially Sri Narayan Vadayagandi, for inviting me for this program. First of all, with your permission, I am very happy to inaugurate this program, the 11th program, 11th session of the language acquisition program. Today, I want to speak with the students, especially participating in this program, because കഴിഞ്ഞ 1.5 വർഷമായി നമ്മൾ നേരിട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു വലിയ പ്രതിസന്ധി വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗത്ത് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് നമുക്കറിയാം. നമുക്ക് സ്കൂളിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റാഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഏകദേശം 1.5 വർഷത്തിലധികമായി ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ്സുകളിലൂടെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും പഠനം നടക്കുന്നത്. ഒരുപാട് ഉത്കണ്ഠകളും ആകാംക്ഷകളും ഒക്കെയുള്ള ഒരു കാലഘട്ടമാണ്. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ പഠനം യഥാരീതിയിൽ നമുക്കൊരു കൊല്ലം നഷ്ടമാവുമോ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോയി പഠിക്കാനുള്ള സമയം കിട്ടുന്ന അതേ പഠനം ഈ കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ ലഭിക്കുമോ എന്നുള്ള ആകാംക്ഷ കുട്ടികൾക്കും അതുപോലെ ഇവിടെ പങ്കെടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന അധ്യാപകർക്കും രക്ഷിതാക്കൾക്കും ഒക്കെയുള്ള ഒരു ഒരു കാലഘട്ടമാണ്. ഒരുപാട് പ്രയാസങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ സമൂഹത്തില് ഒരുപാട് പ്രയാസങ്ങളുണ്ട്. മറ്റ് എല്ലാ ഭാഗത്തും എല്ലാ മേഖലയിലും ഉണ്ടായതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഒരുപാട് പ്രയാസങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു മേഖലയാണ് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ മടിച്ചു നിൽക്കാതെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ പ്രയാസപ്പെട്ട് മാറി നിൽക്കാതെ പറ്റിയ രീതിയിൽ അതിനെയുള്ള മറുമരുന്നുകൾ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടെത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനമാണ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ. ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ്സുകളിൽ മാത്രം നമ്മൾ ഒതുങ്ങി നിൽക്കുന്നില്ല. കാരണം ഈ കാലഘട്ടത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സാധ്യതകളൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഈ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കുകയാണ്. നമ്മൾ മാറി നിൽക്കുകയല്ല വേണ്ടത്, സാധ്യതകളെ ഉപയോഗിക്കുകയാണ് വേണ്ടത് എന്നുള്ള ഒരു സന്ദേശമാണ് നമുക്ക് ഈ നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഈ കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് നൽകുന്ന ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു ഉപദേശം. പ്രയാസങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ തന്നെയും വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗത്ത് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന മാതൃകകൾ ലോകത്തിന് തന്നെ വലിയ ഒരു മാതൃകയായിട്ട് നിൽക്കുകയാണ്. നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ. ഇന്ന് ഈ ക്ലാസ് തന്നെ നോക്കൂ. നമുക്കറിയാം, നമ്മുടെ സാധാരണഗതിയിലുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ ഏറ്റവും ചുരുങ്ങിയ രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു 4 ചുമരുകൾക്കുള്ളിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന ക്ലാസ്സുകളാണ്. ഇവിടെ നോക്കൂ, എവിടെ കേരളത്തിന്റെ വ്യത്യസ്ത ഭാഗങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനാവും. ഇത് നമ്മൾ ആലോചിച്ചിരുന്ന, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു വർഷം മുമ്പ് ആലോചിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമല്ല. ഈ പുതിയ സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ നമ്മുടെ സാധ്യതകളെ ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമുക്കറിയാം, ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് നേടാൻ ഇനി ഒരുപാട് നമ്മുടെ മുമ്പിലുണ്ട്. അതിന് ഒരുപാട് വലിയ ലോകം നമ്മുടെ മുന്നിൽ തുറന്നു കിട്ടുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ശാസ്ത്ര സാങ്കേതിക വിദ്യയുടെ കാര്യത്തിലായാലും മറ്റ് വിവിധ മേഖലകളുടെ കാര്യത്തിലായാലും നമുക്ക് സാധ്യതകൾ നമ്മുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ തുറന്നു കിടക്കുകയാണ്. ആ സാധ്യതകളെ കൃത്യമായി ഉപയോഗിക്കുക, വളരെ സൂക്ഷ്മമായി ഉപയോഗിക്കുക. നമുക്കറിയാം, ഇപ്പോൾ ഫുട്ബോളിന്റെ കാലഘട്ടമാണ്. ഫുട്ബോള് വ്യത്യസ്ത സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ നടക്കുകയാണ്. അവിടെ ചെറിയ സാധ്യതകൾ പോലും ഗോളാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ പറ്റിയ പ്രതിഭാധനരായ മെസ്സിയെ പോലെയുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമായിരിക്കാം. അത്തരത്തിൽ കിട്ടാവുന്ന ഏറ്റവും ചെറിയ സാധ്യതകളെ നമുക്ക് വലിയ നേട്ടമായി ലക്ഷ്യത്തിലെത്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ കുട്ടികൾ മുതിരണം. ഭാവിയിൽ നമുക്ക് അതൊരു വലിയ മുതൽക്കൂട്ടാവും എന്ന് മാത്രമാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാൻ. അതിന് നമുക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ പിറകിൽ, നിങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെ, നിങ്ങളുടെ മുന്നിൽ ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗത്തെ എല്ലാ പ്രവർത്തകരും നിങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെയുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ ആരും തന്നെ അതില് ഈ കാലഘട്ടത്തിന്റെ പ്രയാസങ്ങളെ പറ്റി ബേജാറാവാനില്ല. ഇത് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് നമുക്ക് കടന്നു പോകാനാകും. ആ കടന്നു പോയതിനു ശേഷവും നമ്മൾ ഇത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങൾ വളരെ ഭംഗിയായി ഉപയോഗിക്കും. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പരമാവധി സാധ്യതകൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുക എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മൊബൈൽ കൂടുതൽ സമയം ഉപയോഗിക്കണം എന്നല്ല അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം. കിട്ടാവുന്ന എല്ലാ സാധ്യതകളെയും പുസ്തകങ്ങളിലൂടെ ആയാലും മറ്റ് സാധ്യതകളിലൂടെ നെറ്റിലൂടെ ആയാലും ഉപയോഗിക്കുക. നല്ല കാര്യങ്ങൾ കണ്ടെത്തുക. നമുക്ക് ഏത് പ്രതിസന്ധിയെയും മുറിച്ചു കടക്കാനാവും എന്ന് മാത്രമാണ് ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ പറയാനുള്ളത്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ആശംസകൾ നേരുകയാണ്. വിജയാശംസകൾ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി.
Thank you, Premrajan sir. See, our meeting is full. We have 100 participants. Now, let us begin the real session. That is PEP. Pronounce English properly by Balan N K Nair sir. Balan sir, over to you. Balan sir.
Thank you, Vadekandi Narayanan sir, and all the English fraternity for your attempt. Kudos to the unending process of enriching, extending, and improving language, and help our students use language for their practical life instead of only answering the questions from the textbook. Normally, we all teachers consider them as children. Our concept of teachers is that students are always students, teachers are always teachers. No. After 20 years, they are going to be the part of the society. In the society, they must be able to use what they learned from the classroom. Albert Einstein once said, education is what remains when you forget everything that you studied at school. Only what remains when you forget everything that studied at school. Then what is there? Somebody hit you on the nose, somebody called your father, and the teacher punished you, or you fell down on the ground and cut your knee. These are the only things remains in your mind when you forget everything that you studied at the school is something pitiable. Instead, you must be able to use something that you studied at school. Then only education becomes something useful, my dear friends. As far as English is concerned also, my idea is that you must be able to use it. Friends, all of you can understand English? You can follow English?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 50% of my class will be in English and 50% of my class will be in Malayalam. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Or you want it in full English?
Sir,
No problem, sir.
Pardon?
Your choice, sir.
Okay, let's see. Fine. Let me ask you one question. Then the topic or today's subject is English pronouncing or pronunciation in English. And prior to that one, if I order 100 biryani for all of you, I'll be happier because I offer you 100 biryani. I'm bountiful enough. I'm generous enough to contribute this much. But from amongst you, some 10 students say, sir, I am a vegetarian. Then my attempt is a futile. Am I right?
Yes.
So first of all, I have to ask, because the teachers are basically farmers. You know that one? A teacher should be a farmer should be a teacher also. That's why before sowing the seeds, we must clear the land. Otherwise, without clearing the land, if I sow the seeds, crops and weeds will come up together. Weeds will mean unwanted growth. They will be stronger than the crop that you want to grow lush. Am I right? Bad habits will be stronger because the bad habits will be stronger in us than the good habit. Am I right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Without any effort, bad habits will go on growing in us, but you have to strive hard or work hard to develop certain good habits. Correct? And one more question, let me ask you. You love English, you like English, you respect English. First of all, let me ask you that one.
Yes, sir.
You like it?
Yes, sir.
You love English? And all of you have, do you all have pets? Maybe an animal, maybe a
Yes,
bird.
sir.
Or if you are interested in gardening or horticulture, you may have a beautiful garden in front or at the back of your house. Do you grow plants there? Or do you have a pet bird in your cage or an animal in the, that is, if it is a cage of a bird, but if it is a dog, you call it kennel. If it is a horse, we call it a stable. And this way you have to use the correct English. Otherwise, don't say cage for everything. That's a major handicap of using English in Kerala. When you go out, the listeners are confused. Cage of a dog, what is that? Instead, you say kennel. If it is a horse, you say stable. If it is a pig, you say it is a sty. If it is a hen, you call it a coop. And like that. So, my question, I repeat, do you have pet animals or birds in your house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. If you have a pet animal or bird, naturally and definitely you will feed it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you have a plant, a rose plant, a special variety of rose plant in your garden, you will definitely water it and manure it and expose it to sunlight, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you love English, you told me. When I asked you the question, do you love English, do you like English? Your answer is yes.
Yes,
As
sir.
you feed the birds and as you water the plants, what do you do to grow your English?
Sir, read books.
Reading.
Sir, read books.
Reading what?
Music.
Read English.
Fine. Is it textbook or anything other than the textbook? You read textbooks other than the textbook, only textbook and question answer. Once upon a time, there was a king. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. May I go to toilet? Apart from that, what English do you use in your real life?
Sir, I use English to read books, to understand people, and things like that.
And do you make use of in your practical life, dear friends?
Yes, I do make it
Do you have a chance? Do you have a chance to interact with the people other than your friends?
Yes, I once interacted with a foreigner at guess it was a space.
Of
Something
course.
about space, a building about space or something.
Nice. This is the use of English. Anything, any skill, any expertise you have to make use otherwise and outside, other than the textbooks. This is expected of students because you are not always children. We teachers consider you as kids and we give you toy car. Can you play with a toy car after your schooling? Toys, what's the use of toys? No use of toys when you leave school, when you come to the real life. You must use a real car and real, not you bid adieu or say bid farewell to the toys and start using things in right time. And let me ask you a very simple question. How many of you use helmet? How many of you have a helmet?
Well, I wear my helmet whenever I ride on my bike or on my dad's bike.
How many of you possess a helmet? That's my question. All the students have a helmet?
I do have a helmet.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
one person has, and what about others?
No, I have.
No.
I also have a helmet.
I not.
Very nice. I expect the answer no. Then give me the justification why most of you don't have a helmet. Why? Why don't you have a helmet? You have a reason for that. I have a helmet because I have a bike. You don't have a helmet. Why?
I'm from 8C. I don't have a bike.
This is what? This is practical English. Okay. This is the way you have to answer to. Otherwise, don't expect what happened to the character in the story and when did the story and where did the story, who is the author. These are the regular and ready-made answers, ready-made questions and ready-made answers. Because you don't have a bike, so you don't need to have a helmet now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you would need a helmet if you're riding on somebody else's bike.
Yes, sir.
If something happens, an accident occurs.
Okay, my first question is, listen to. First question, do you have a helmet? Most of the friends attended the class, they responded no, because they have got their justification, they don't have a bike, correct? Then similarly, let me ask you a question, supplementary question comes this way. Do you use English?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you do not use English, you don't need to have English. If you don't have a bike, you don't have a helmet. Similarly, if you do not make use of English properly, what's the use of English and spending 2 precious hours that
Exactly.
you have been studying outside with me this morning? That is a Sunday, that you have ample opportunity to play with and chat with your friends and try new types of dish with the help of your mother. And that precious 2 hours you spend with me, is it with a purpose, with a real heart to learn something, or with the pressure without a pleasure, or with pleasure without pressure? What's your present today here?
Sir, with pleasure, sir.
I am from 8B.
With pleasure, without pressure, I think. Okay,
Yes, pleasure.
fine.
Sir, I am from 8B.
Okay. Then what's our topic today? You know, are you aware of the topic of the day?
No, sir.
Pronounce English.
Pronounce English.
Pronounce English properly.
English
Pronounce
pronunciation.
English properly.
Okay. And if you like English, then all these areas come meaningful and fruitful when you speak English. For example, I collected crores and lakhs of rupees, and it is in my bank balance. I have enough, but I don't have even 100 rupees to buy fish in the morning. What's the use of my collection? What's the use of my...
There's no use.
Okay,
Nothing.
use it. Okay, that is, everything has got its value when it is used properly. Am I right? But the use of your eyes, unless you see, what's the use of it? Then how many heads do you have, friends?
One.
One.
Nose.
One.
2
One.
2 years. 2 years. Correct. 2 years, 1 heart. Thomas Alva Edison had, how many heads did Thomas Alva Edison have?
Just one.
Sir, just one head, sir.
One. Just one.
One.
How many hearts did APJ Abdul Kalam have?
One.
So only one heart.
How many of these organs do you have? One. Equal number, right?
Yes.
All the great scientists who changed the whole world with their supreme and rare inventions thrilled and held the world spellbound and stupendous and wonderstruck. Why can't you make use of the similar number of organs that you possess? Shall we take a decision to make maximum use of the organs gifted with you?
Yes, sir.
Ready? And with that, every beginning is a determination or a resolution. We human beings are blessed with the 3 H's. You know which are the 3 H's human beings blessed with?
Head.
3
Heart.
H's. One is head. Come on.
Head.
And the other one is heart.
Heart.
Another one is heart.
Hand.
Hand.
Next, hands. And how do you make use of this thing? A head to think. Come on.
Heard to think.
Head.
A heart to feel. When others suffer, you think what to do next, how I can help others, how I will be of great need and help for others, that you think. And let you feel for others, that you sympathize with others, and put it to practice by your hand. That is a head to sing, a heart to feel, and hands to work. Correct? Which are the 3 H's, and what are the uses of this H, and how will you make use of this thing? And today you have to take a resolution or a decision for that one. Ready, you are?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, man.
And of these 3, which one do you think is the most important?
All of them are important.
All are equally important. If I ask you which is which is the best eye, left eye or right eye, what's your answer?
Both
Both are
Both eyes are
equally important. Okay, now, and you might wonder, and today's topic is phonetics, then why this man is speaking unnecessary? But my dear friends, phonetics we learn not to by heart certain special words only. Understand?
understand.
Understand, sir.
Okay. So when I say I, come on, I. Nose, head, hands, legs.
Hands, legs.
I gave you different ideas, different parts of human body, and when I specifically mention these things separately, will you or do you get a handsome man or a beautiful woman? No. Correct?
No.
Yes.
You think of a cut off ear and put it in a plate in a surgery ward. How horrible it is, correct?
Yes.
It is very important.
And now you think of a beautiful woman or a beautiful lady and a handsome, well-built man, your film star Dulquer Salman or Amitabh Bachchan or Messi or Neymar. Is it ears only or nose only, head only or hands only, legs only?
So
They
they have everything, sir.
All things put together, we get a handsome man or your favorite star, correct? So language also is like that. We cannot learn phonetics with the correct pronunciation of certain words. For example, I know the correct pronunciation of one word. If my English is wrong, my sentence is wrong, there is no point in being correct in your pronunciation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then let me ask you a very simple question. All of you had your breakfast? All of you had your breakfast?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not being.
I'm sorry, you are so dedicated to today's class. Your parents. So, okay, you can have a breakfast later. Don't miss the class. Did any of your parents say so?
No, sir.
No. It's your choice. Your choice. Having breakfast after the class is over is your choice, not anybody's pressure, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's you are the right people to take your own decision, right? Fine. Then let me breakfast. What's my question? Had a breakfast?
Yes, sir.
That's my question. Repeat my question.
Right.
Yes.
What's the question? Had your breakfast?
Have you had your breakfast?
Breakfast. There also phonetics is there. Breakfast, breakfast, correct?
Breakfast.
I had my breakfast.
Have you had a
breakfast? Okay. Break one side, fast another side. If we say break fast, if they stand separate, you have to make it. That is when you put sugar in, I mean salt or sugar in milk, can you separate the sugar and milk?
No.
Similarly, when you put certain words, they'll get a newer meaning, newer pronunciation. That's a breakfast.
No,
And my next question: have you attended marriage functions or like that?
Yes.
Yes. And you attend marriage functions? You attend marriage functions in your school uniform?
No, sir.
You attend marriage functions and parties in uniform? Why not?
Because I'm supposed to wear that to school.
And you're supposed to wear uniform at school. When you go out, you are not supposed to wear your. Otherwise, people might be under the impression that you have only uniform, so you want to advertise yourself. And you must be presentable outside when you go out. Am I right? Correct. Deepak Arun is the person who answered to my question.
Yes, I was the one that answered the question.
Okay, good. That's called you want to be presentable outside. At school, you need to be in uniform because the teachers consider every one of you rich and poor, black and white, young and old, everyone alike, because teachers have such an attitude towards all the children. All of you are our children, so we want to see you uniformly, so you are in uniform, right?
Right.
Good. And when you go outside, you want to be individually unique, separately unique. You have, if you have a car, you'll be traveling with your father in that one. If you have a bike, sometimes we'll be wonderstruck that some of the students who are only in uniform will be outside riding the bike at 150 speed, just like lightning.
Right.
And, oh, is it that boy of our 8th standard running like, oh, the teacher will say, I don't know driving, but how nicely he rides. We'll be always enviable at your skill outside, perhaps. Okay. Fine, my question continues. When you are out at a marriage function or something like that, you are not in school uniform, correct?
No, I'm not in a school uniform.
One more thing. Let me ask another question. If you are in school uniform, will you get food from the house where the marriage is going on?
No, we won't get food. Anyway, they will have to give
My simple question, this one. You are in a brand new shirt and pants at the marriage function. You will be served food prepared there, right?
Right,
If
yes,
you are in ordinary dress also, you will be served food, correct?
correct.
Yes.
You may be in a torn dress. That means a half naked you may be there. That means you are only in lungi. Then also you will be served food there, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at times I have seen some students, some class, fine. And sometimes, my dear friend, I have seen some students of class 1 or LKG students wearing the left leg shoe on the right leg and the right leg shoe on the left leg. Any problem for the boy?
Yes,
Then
sir.
the mother will say,
Kind of lose balance.
no. Oh, you see that boy has worn the shoe, the left leg shoe on the right leg and right leg glue on the right leg, the left leg. Haven't you seen some students? You might have done it when you were small kids, right?
Yes.
So that once happened to me when I was sleeping.
Ah, very nice. Because I was also a student. That's the reason why I take examples from our school life, correct?
Yes.
Then one more, my dear friends. Does any of the girl or do the girls in this group have the habit of that is called using sandal spot here or some vermilion or some other spot on your head, on your forehead?
No.
Forehead. You use it here, sandal spot or something. Some girls use it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, some of you have, some of you don't have. And where do you wear it? At the exact center of the forehead. First pronunciation, forehead. Second pronunciation, forehead. Where do you use it? At the center of the forehead or at the parting of the hair?
Center of the forehead.
Why can't the class 1 or LKG student or class 7 student that is use the vermilion? What's the Malayalam of vermilion? That is red in color. At the time of marriage, the boy will be using that one on the forehead of the girl and the girl also will be doing back, right? And what do you call it in Malayalam? Vermilion, VERMILION. It is red in color.
Sir,
Singular.
Okay. And why a small girl of class 7 can't use it here at the parting of the hair?
Because they are not married.
Not married.
Then why can't a class 1 student use it there? Sometimes a student used like here. Anybody will complain, oh, are you married? Will anyone ask the LKG student? No, by mistake it shifted the place, right?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yeah, that
So
was-
3 things I asked you. Do you remember the 3 situations I asked you, dear friends? 1, you can be at a marriage function, not in all the functions. English should be at the meeting, at the marriage, at the inaugural session, not in. Correct point. All these things we are learning, not only phonetics, along with the same thing, your sentence construction also should be correct. So suppose you are at a marriage function or any other party, you can be in any dress, maybe in a presentable safari suit or in an ordinary dress or maybe half dressed. Got the point? Number 1. Number 2, you can wear at times your left shoe on the right leg and the right shoe on the left leg and mismatched. No problem. It's your choice. Another one, what's the last point I asked you? A small girl can use the vermilion at the center of the forehead or at the parting of the hair, right? Nobody will question. Now I'm coming to the point. My dear friends, as far as phonetics is concerned, these choice we make. Some people use English as they like and they say, I use English like this. Who will question me? Who will question you? If you attend a marriage in half dress, nobody will question you. You'll be served food. If you use the left leg shoe on the right leg, nobody will question you. It is your comfort and the people who watches comfort also. If you are in left leg shoe on right leg, it is uncomfortable both for the wearer and the viewer. Correct?
Yes, sir.
It is very
You got the point. Similarly, if you use English correctly, it is just like be in a presentable dress at a function, or if wearing the left leg shoe on the left leg and right leg shoe on the right leg exactly, or using the vermilion at the exact center of your forehead before marriage and use it at the parting of your hair after the marriage. These choice we can have in connection with the pronunciation. So nobody will compel you to wear or to use this one. It is personal choice. But do you have the habit of dreaming good things? Ambitions?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do expect yes answer. That's the reason why I'm not waiting for individual answer. I know that. Let's have a break now. Everybody will say yes. Similarly, certain things I don't need to wait for your answer. That's the reason why I casually go ahead with. Okay. Otherwise, don't think that I do not address. That means attend your that response. My friends, have you ever thought of being in or imagined or dreamed being in an English country?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You have a limit. Suppose you are in an English country, and if you do not know a language, what will be your state?
Well,
What will you do?
you're an adult.
That communication.
Yeah, you may need to talk to others using, or find somebody you know. That's
Okay, find somebody you know, because first of all, what you have to do is to communicate with that person. For that one, you have to have a minimum language to intelligibly interact with them. Intelligibility means that people can understand what you say. Otherwise, I said something the other day, one of my friend's son appeared for an interview. I'm going to narrate or share with you a real life anecdote. A real life anecdote. Can you repeat the word anecdote?
Anecdote.
Anecdote. People normally put anecdote. Anecdote. Come on. ANECDOTE. Anecdote.
anecdote.
You know what an anecdote is? In order to make certain things clearer, to give an example, make it clearer, we caught something from Aesop's fables or the Ramayana or the Bible or the Quran, certain stories, good stories, to make certain situations clearer to the students. That is called anecdotes. Clear? And at times we make use of, that is moral stories we take normally from Panchatantra stories or Aesop fables and others, because these are sometimes we may call it fables or anecdotes. Correct? For instance, somebody asked once Jesus Christ, who is a real neighbor. Can you immediately answer to the question, who is your real neighbor? Whom we think our friend may not be helpful at times. Whom we consider enemy may be more useful at times. Correct?
Yes, sir. You're
Correct.
I will say all this. You cannot say, is it your breakfast or lunch or supper that helps your body to grow? Can you say?
No, sir.
Similarly,
You also need mental health.
Oh, but
everything contributes equally to the growth. Correct. Similarly, once a person asked Jesus Christ, who is a real neighbor, he didn't answer correctly. Instead, he told him a story. That's called anecdote. Once a man was going from Jerusalem to Jericho, he was attacked on the way, and he was bleeding to death on the wayside. There came a rich man. He simply peeped and withdrew. I'm not ready to shoulder the responsibility of taking this man and nursing him. And there came another priest. He too did the same and withdrew. Thirdly, there came an ordinary man who has been working from dawn to dusk back.
Sir, Samariyakaran.
Okay, that's exactly. Congratulations. May I know who the person who responded in between? And it's a correct answer. It's a support to me too.
Yes, sir. It's Nishad, sir.
Okay, nice. Nishad. Nishad Aaron Shaji, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Congratulations. And the person was bleeding to death, as you said, and person from Samaria who came on his donkey back with the little money he earned for one day, he took him to hospital and nursed him. Who is the real neighbor? The first rich man or the second priest or third ordinary man?
Third ordinary
The
man.
third ordinary man, sir.
Third ordinary. Come on, ordinary.
The ordinary man.
Extraordinary. Come on, extraordinary. Come on.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Maybe onwards.
Extraordinary.
No. Okay, let it
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Come on, extraordinary. Not extraordinary. Extraordinary. Single word, right?
Extraordinary, sir.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
The first I'll give you a chance to repeat the wrong pronunciation that is cemented in your mind. Certain wrong pronunciations are cemented in your mind. Isn't it difficult to break a cement bridge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it will take one day or 2 days to break those things and to rebuild a new one, right? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Then who is real neighbor to God? That person from Samaria, we call it the Good Samaritan, means the helper. With the new word, meaning of a Good Samaritan, helper. You might have seen Good Samaritans in your area. When a cow falls into the well or something happens, immediately someone from your neighborhood will come running without calling. That person is called Good Samaritan. All of you should have the message of being a Good Samaritan in your life. That is the right meaning of education, my dear friends. Otherwise, it is not getting the A+, full A+, and going abroad and learning, coming back, become a doctor and set a private practice and cash and have cash. That is not the purpose of education. Be Good Samaritan as well. Anyway, come back to our anecdote. In order to elaborate what anecdote is, I was quoting or citing an anecdote here. Again, welcome back to one of my friend's sons appeared for an interview there in Bangalore. You know what was the interview held for?
Don't know, sir.
Negative, I know.
Interview was held for the selection of call center job officials. Call center job officials. What was the interview held for?
Sir, wasn't clear. Sir.
Fine. And the boy from Kozhikode attended. After the completion of his post-graduation in English, appeared for the interview. And at an interview, normally don't think all of a sudden the interview. At an interview, we have two kinds of people. One is interviewee. If you attend the interview, you are an interviewee. Come on.
Interview.
I'm on the interview panel and I'll be asking questions. You have to answer. So I'm interviewer.
Interviewer.
Interviewer and interviewee.
Interviewer.
Interview.
At a time. Normally, we know that at a time there will be only one interviewer and more than one interviewee. I mean, one interviewee and more than one interviewers will be on the panel, right? While going through the certificates or credentials, your qualification certificates, we call it in English credentials. While going through the credentials of the boy, Raju, one of the interviewers asked him a casual question. You know what was a casual question he asked? Simple question, friendly, funny, friendly, familiar question. They may start with, otherwise not to frighten you. Otherwise, all of a sudden come into the theory part, explain the third law of Newton. Nobody will ask you like that. In between, in order to give you some confidence, and they'll ask some chats will be, petty chats will be there. Amidst this one of the interviewers asked, Raju, you're from Kerala? Yes, sir, I hail from Kerala. And you hail from a rural area or an urban area? Rural area or an urban area? Urban area, urban area. Come on, where do you hail from? Urban area or a rural, I mean a city area?
I'm from an urban area, sir.
Urban area. Okay.
I'm
Okay. The
from a
same
rural
answer.
area.
Our interviewee also gave the same answer. I hail from a rural area, sir, or a rustic area, sir. Then he asked a simple question: is your house near the paddy field? You know paddy. That is Kutanadi is the biggest paddy field area in
Yes,
Kerala,
sir.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Reading.
Okay. Yes, sir. My house is surrounded by the paddy fields and the the scenic beauties. Okay. Okay. Well, Mr. Raju, have you seen a tortoise? Next question. Have you seen a tortoise? How many of you have seen tortoise?
I
I have seen
have
tortoise.
experience
I have once had a pet, sir. A
And
pet
what's the
tortoise.
answer
out
of
of
our boy, our interview, you know? Sorry, sir, I haven't seen a tortoise. And he, out of surprise, he asked, oh, you are from a rural area. Your house is near the paddy field. You haven't seen a tortoise. It is surprising. And he wrote the word on the blackboard. A-T-O-R-T-O-I-S-E. Then the boy said, oh, sir, that I have seen. That is a tortoise. What is his answer? That I have seen, sir. That is a tortoise. Then the interviewer asked, okay, sorry, gentlemen, this is a call center job. You must know the pronunciation precision. This is once you are appointed at this center, you'll have to speak to people across the world. At a call center, if you are placed there, you'll have to speak and interact and communicate with the people across the world, across the globe. They may not be able to understand and comprehend your pronunciation. Here, after at school, I can say, if I wrongly pronounce as a teacher, students say, sir, it is wrong. No, you will learn it in a higher class. You are in Kerala. You don't need it. No, it is not. Anytime you will have to go outside and seek job. That time pronunciation precision is a must. Am I right? It is not attending a marriage function in ordinary dress. It is not wearing left leg or right leg. It's not wearing this one. There are certain cases in your future life, my dear friends, their precision of pronunciation is a must. You understand? You
Yes, sir.
name
I
all the parts, the spare parts of a monitor. Do you use any other pronunciation for monitor? Monitor is correct. Mouse is correct. UPS is correct. Then why English pronunciation only? Who gave you the right to alter the actual pronunciation of Englishmen gave us the English rule and we have to obey it. And we can take the freedom if we use it correctly. Not to use it wrongly. No one has given any right to anybody. You get my point? And when you go outside,
sir.
you might say, even Englishmen are wrongly pronouncing. Why do you compare your negative things? Why can't you compare the positive things with? If your father says, why don't you study well? Oh, my friend is sleeping till 10 o'clock. Why do you take the wrong, bad habit of your friend? Your good habit, you can take it. Even we never share, say that he is my, it's a wrong idea also comparing students with classmates or neighbors. It is wrong one because you are individually you yourself, right? If I ask you to sing a song, don't immediately think of Yeshudas and Chitra. You think of singing as you are. If you compare yourself immediately with Yeshudas and Chitra, you can never open your mouth, correct?
correct.
Sir. Correct.
Don't compare yourself with anybody. Okay, let us have a 100 meters run. Don't immediately think of Usain Bolt, then you cannot run. You sing as you are. Okay, my dear friends, as I told you, there are situations where sometimes pronunciation is important. And another thing, along with the pronunciation, I would like to tell you that we have to have two kinds of learning English. One is a very serious issue in almost all India. We use vocabulary instead of terminology. What are the two terms here? Vocabulary and terminology.
Vocabulary, terminology.
Not vocabulary, vocabulary. Come on.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary and terminology.
And terminology.
Not a vocabulary and terminology. That
So
way also
vocabulary.
a vocabulary and terminology.
Terminology.
Since my topic is pronunciation, precision in pronunciation is my topic. I don't go in depth into that area. Still, I'd like to tell you what's the difference between vocabulary and terminology. Shall I use 2 minutes for that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, repeat after. Repeat after me. Driver of a bus. Come on, driver of a bus.
Driver of a bus.
You simply listen to. Otherwise, if all of you, if I give you time for every one of you, it might take our other limit. Then you listen to first. I'll repeat 5. Driver of a bus. Driver of a plane.
Driver of a bus.
Driver of a train. Driver of a ship. Driver of an elephant. I repeat, driver of a bus. First, you mute your mic. For a while, you mute your mic. Afterwards, I'll give you time for that one. Okay. Plus, you mute your mic, then I'll give an idea. That is driver of a bus, driver of a plane, driver of a ship, driver of a train, driver of an elephant. This is called vocabulary. Come on.
Battery.
Vocabulary.
Because you can communicate, others can understand what you mean. But if you want to terminology, vocabulary, you can speak in 1 kilometer radius or as maximum in Kerala. When you go out of Kerala, you have to be in new dress. Okay. In your Bermuda, you can go to Bangalore or outside. Okay, similarly, okay, when we think of or plan of going outside, we have to change ourselves totally, apparently. So I can put it in the right terminology. Come on, driver of a bus.
Driver of a bus.
Pilot of a plane. Come on.
Pilot of a plane.
Captain of a ship.
What?
Captain of a ship.
Captain of a ship.
Captain of a ship.
The captain of a ship, sir.
Pilot of a train.
Pilot of a
Loco pilot. Fine. Good. Then what about the elephant? Elephant driver, elephant rider.
Sir, elephant papan.
Yeah.
Elephant papan. Very good. Right. Something is better than nothing. Okay, I'll give you the correct one. Mahout. Mahout.
Mahout.
Mahout of the elephant.
Have you seen a mahout? Very coolly and calmly leading an elephant, the biggest animal on the earth, is led by the smallest man. That's a mahout. That is the scene of obedience. You may be strong, but you must be obedient. This is what the story or the picture of an elephant a mahout gives us what? It is not your strength, that's your obedience.
What was the spelling, sir?
M-A-H-O-U-T. M-A-H-O-U-t. Repeat. M-A. S-O-U-T. M-A-H-O-U-t. Mahout. Right. So you got the difference between vocabulary and terminology?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll tell you a simple story for that one. How we have to use English in the correct context there. Anyone can understand, everybody can understand. Otherwise, your English and my English is understood by a local area of people. And international communication, intelligible communication, proper communication, try to reduce your vocabulary and start improving and maximizing your terminology. Then no need of another person. The Englishman will not ask what, don't ask what, the right way, pardon or sorry. If you didn't understand what I said, immediately don't ask what that is Malayalam. Pardon?
Pardon me.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
Beg your pardon or sorry. American expression,
beg your
British expression. But normally we ask in Malayalam, what is?
Yeah.
You got it. Because in Kerala we can be, because Kerala is our God's own country. Nobody will question you if you use English wrongly. Nobody will question you. That is called our 1 hour is past. Shall I change into Malayalam?
Yes, sir. You may.
sir.
One more question. Let me ask you one more thing. Is my English is no problem with you to understand? I'll go ahead with in English also.
No problem.
No problem,
Sir,
sir.
no problem, sir.
You're
No problem.
You can
going with
continue with
English.
English.
Then for me too, no problem. I'll interact in English or 365 days without using Malayalam. Got the point? I never use Malayalam in English class for the past 20 years. Got it? Not only in the classroom, on the campus also I never use for the past 16 years.
Wow.
You got the point? Okay, that's a message I have to give the all listeners. Use English as English.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, it is called railway station syndrome. That is, at the railway station, all the Malayalis are waiting for Malayalam announcement. They will never listen to English or Hindi announcement. Even after traveling,
Sir, I do, sir.
you are getting my point. That is, at the railway station, you are waiting for Malayalam announcement or English announcement.
Sir, English and Malayalam, sir.
Why?
It's our language I can understand.
What meant the 50-50? Okay, you will
Even
never learn
Hindi, sir.
English correctly. As long as there is Malayalam, along with English, we will never learn English properly. Or it is called monkeys plantation. But it's called a monkeys plantation. What is a monkeys plantation, you know? Suppose I am a monkey, I plant a plant today like this. Tomorrow I go to pluck to see whether there is root. I replant it. After 2 days, I'll pluck it. So this is English Malayalam is monkeys plantation. It will never help anybody to learn language, only to learn the lessons, not to learn language. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
So my dear friends, okay, you got an idea what is vocabulary and what is terminology.
Yes.
That is a driver of a ship is a vocabulary. Captain of a ship. What are the words? Captain. Repeat the word captain. Captain.
So, Captain.
What are the 3 final letters in the word captain?
I thought it was.
A-I-N.
A
Sir,
I
A-I-n.
A-I-N.
and
A-I-N.
give me another word with the N fin.
A-I-N.
Another word like the captain. Another word like a captain with the N fin. A-I-N.
Sir, Mountain.
Mountain. Come on. Good. Mountain.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Mountain.
Mountain. Fountain.
Train.
Captain.
Sir, Plane.
Plane is a different. There is an exception.
Station.
Maintain or fail.
P-L-A-I-N, sir.
Plane, maintain are exception. Otherwise, you say captain. Come on.
Maintain.
Maintain is an exception. We cannot say maintain, maintenance, and maintain. But you see, repeat, captain,
Captain.
mountain,
Mountain.
Station.
fountain,
What is it?
fountain, music fountain.
Fountain. Yes, sir.
Fountain, water. Water comes out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know, sir.
Then again, again. Again, that is rain, go away. Again, another day. Have you heard of that one? Okay.
Little Tindu wants to play.
Oh, little Johnny wants to play. Fine. Now see, that's called rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Come on. Rain, go away.
Rain, go away. Come back another day.
Since our topic of the day is phonetics, let's say only in this class. After 2 hours, you may use your own English, no problem. But this 2 hours is at least one of you understand it properly. It will do good in your later practical future life. Got the point? Come on.
Yeah.
You learn English phonetics not to speak in Kerala. You learn English not to use in Kerala. You think of a day to come. You are going outside, interact with the people outside. For that purpose, you're getting my point. Not to use in Kerala. You can
Yes,
use
sir.
anything. Okay.
I understand.
Use to communicate with other people in the
The
world.
people don't think of Keralites when you learn English. You think of people who do not know our language. They can't communicate in our own languages.
When we go outside and don't know our language, we can speak them with English.
Very nice. Okay. That's a nice answer. That's a future. This is the future awaiting us. Then we'll be able to communicate in English without anybody. Sometimes I have seen some mothers and parents say, my son is doing MBA in Mangalore. Last night, the principal called me. Oh, I cut the phone. I do not know English. Sometimes not you or in connection with or on behalf of others, sometimes we'll be forced to speak English. And these days you get that is a maximum information you collect because we live in ice age. Normally, dear children, we live in ice age, ICE. You know, ice age is an old age or a new age?
So it was an old age, sir.
Very old age, ice
Okay.
age.
A really old age.
I told you, my dear friends, every day is a new day, and today also is a new day. Today you learn something new. Now, my ice age is a different ice age. That is the most modern one. That is called information, communication, entertainment. Come on.
Information, communication, and entertainment, sir.
What is the abbreviation of that?
Class 1.
Okay, come on. Information,
Information,
communication,
communication,
Entertainment.
entertainment.
Entertainment. Having some sports, that means some art festival and all, or watching, playing, all this are part of your entertainment, your hobby, right? And
Yes, sir.
that's the reason why at times I came this morning by 9 o'clock and started giving you the phonetic symbols. That is a E, A, O, and 44 symbols. It will be quite boring. But the point, why we learn these things means to make use of our English, to update, enrich, and improve our English. And these areas we must make use of. Otherwise, if I speak of some subjects and topics that is not interested, you are not interested in, it will be a waste. I'll be speaking Sanskrit. Why Sanskrit became a dead language? Nobody used it.
I learned Sanskrit.
Okay, it's a dead language normally.
So my father has learned Sanskrit.
Very nice. It will give you a strength. Any knowledge is will add to your courage and capacity and your resourcefulness. You cannot say one is plus, one is minus, one is good, one is bad. We cannot categorize. Anything may be. Is your little finger or thumb, which is more important, equally important at times, even though you make use of one more. Got it? So everything has got its own relative importance. You have to accommodate it. Fine. What did I ask you? What is the question I just asked you? Yes, ice age. Don't think of the old, very old age. This ice age is information, communication, entertainment. That's the reason why after.
So that's the latest ice age, sir.
Okay, that is a new ice age. Fine. And in this new ice age, after watching 2 hours class, you will play a video game, correct?
Very correct.
That is your entertainment.
Yes, sir.
Or I will listen to a lecture, scientific lecture or something.
After listening to a lecture, you will be unwinding. That's the correct English. A bank manager, after doing the whole day long work, strenuous work, you will be unwinding, playing on a violin, right?
Probably, sir.
Or singing a song, or watching all the movies, or listening to Mohammed Rafi's song. That's called unwinding, we call it. But something, don't say relax. You use new terms. Unwind. Come on.
So unwind.
I need to unwind a while. So winding the key, that means it is pressuring full in, right? Then you unwind, it means relax.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I asked you this question. That is, what is the question I simply asked you?
What
is ice age, sir?
Ice age. In ice age, English is more important because you collect knowledge. You collect knowledge. Come on, knowledge.
Knowledge.
From the which college? Which college? Knowledge. And which college did your father study in? Which college would you like to join after your studies, school studies are over?
Like to go to the
Which college?
So I'm not sure, sir.
No, my answer is not to this one.
I want to go to the military academy.
College and knowledge. College, knowledge.
College.
Knowledge.
Knowledge, college.
Knowledge college.
Knowledge college.
Knowledge college.
Knowledge
Knowledge.
Somebody say knowledge college.
Knowledge college.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. College.
Knowledge,
Knowledge.
college,
Knowledge, college.
Fine. This way. Then
knowledge,
one more idea I gave you. AIN ending words, explain and maintain. We study in mountain, fountain, captain. Again, come on.
Mountain.
Mountain,
Normally when we go for, see friends, normally when we go for that's judgment of some literary items, students come up. I am going to recite a poem written by Whitman. Written by Walt Whitman. Oh captain, my captain. Oh captain, my captain. Oh captain, my captain. Come on.
So, oh, Captain, my captain.
Captain.
And
Oh,
so,
Captain, my Captain. Captain, my Captain.
My captain.
Captain, my
Okay. The fountain, mountain, captain. Then I'll give you another word that is called marriage. Come on, marriage.
so marriage, sir.
What are the three final letters in the word? Three final letters in the word.
A-G.
AG.
A-E.
I-G-E.
Can you give me another word with the A-G-E?
Age itself.
Age. Age also is an
Age.
exception.
Age.
Age is an exception. Cage also is an exception.
Age.
Then passage.
Passage.
Sir, cage.
Cage also. Age, cage, collage, mirage, garage. These are exceptions. AGE. What are exceptions? I'll give you come on. AGE is an exception. CAGE an exception. Then COLLAGE, collage is an exception. Mirage an exception. And also GRH, garage. Just for two pronunciation, one is garage, another one is garage. Some people might say garage, some others may say it's a garage. Okay.
So it's a
Now
garage, sir.
Message.
Garage.
Then my one pronunciation garage, the other one is garage. My point here is that simple point. AGE ending words. Come on.
Age.
A-G-E ending words.
Normally 92% I can put aside, and all the rest 98% of such words should be pronounced as ij.
Age.
Come on, I'll give you average. Come on.
Average.
Average.
Average. Average.
Unfortunately, we hear it pronounce average. He is an average.
So average, sir.
What's the normal? Friends, what's the sentence you have heard so far? He is an average student. Come on, repeat the word. He is an average student.
Sir, he is an average.
So let us put it. Fine. Now see, he is
an average student.
He's an average student. He's an average student.
He is an average. It's an average.
Now listen carefully. Average.
It's average.
No, wait. I'll say average student. Average student. Average student. Student.
Average student.
Average student, sir.
Come on, say, I'm a student of class 8.
I'm a student of class 9, sir.
Yes.
Student.
I'm a student of class 9, sir.
Okay, I'm a class 9H. I'm a class 9H student. Come on, I'm a class 9H student.
I'm a class
9H student. So normally you can take the AGE ending words. Okay, average. I got a message this morning. Come on, I got a message this morning.
I got a message this morning.
I got a message this
I got a message
And
this
what's the
morning.
ordinary pronoun?
I got a
I
message
got
in
a
this morning.
message this morning or today morning. Correct English, this morning, not a
I
today
got
morning.
a message
This
today
morning.
morning.
No, this morning. This morning.
I got a message
I got a
in
message this morning,
this
sir.
morning.
I got a message this morning.
I got a message this
Now let's
morning.
pass on to the next passage. Now let's pass on to the next passage.
Now let's
Now let's
pass on
pass
to
on to the
Now,
next passage.
Now let's pass on to the next passage.
let's go to the
Passage.
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 Hey, I told you AG is so passage.
Message.
Passage.
Message.
Passage.
Message.
Passage. Now let's go on to the next passage.
Then luggage, and that means you see the luggage. It's unloading the luggage.
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 So it's
You like-
luggage.
Do you like cabbage? Do you like cabbage?
Kind of.
Do you like cabbage?
And what do you do with it? What do you do with the cabbage? Do you help your mother in the kitchen? What do you do with the cabbage? If mother gives you cabbage, what will you do with it?
Sir, I will eat it,
I
sir.
used to
Eat it.
I will
cut the
Eat it, sir.
cut
I
it.
will
Come on.
help
Cut
your mother to cut
is a general term. Cut is a vocabulary.
I'll stop.
Fine. Listen.
Cut into small pieces.
No. Stop. You mute it and then cut is a general term, just like a breakfast. And instead you say shredding cabbage. Shred. That is the chop into fine pieces. Shredding. S-H-R-E-D.
Yes, sir. Shredding.
Shredding cabbage.
Shredding cabbage.
Cutting cabbage is vocabulary. Come on, friends. Cutting cabbage is vocabulary. Shredding cabbage is terminology, the right word. Yes, you got the point. Cutting and cutting cabbage and shredding cabbage. Got it?
Cutting cabbage and
Cutting cabbage and shredding cabbage.
Cutting cabbage and shredding cabbage.
Slicing. And friends, and today I'd like to show you some words normally. So you say environment or environment. What do you say? Environment. Come on.
Sir, environment, sir. Environment, sir.
And now let's see. I'll give you some words. Let's see how you will pronounce that one. Okay? Shall I show you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see some words?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just words.
Please read them.
Mountain, captain, again.
Okay, friends. Then
Mountain, captain, again. Again.
The simple idea, you pronounce the last A-I-N as a in. You avoid that A. Plantain. Only
Plantain, mountain, mountain, captain, So the words must end in sound. Yes.
now one more idea. See, listen carefully. Listen. In that PLA and TAIN, you don't need to pronounce as A, but in. Plantain, mountain, fountain,
Mountain, captain,
Mountain, captain,
Again, we are doing the same cemented habit. Mountain, fountain.
So plantain, mountain, fountain, captain, again.
plantain, mountain,
Mountain.
fountain, Captain again.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let's see another group. Okay, all these are sometimes casually, not wrongly, casually, without giving, because you and we, that is you students and we teachers believe that oh, in Kerala that's enough. But there is a condition. There will be a situation where you will be having a chat with the people outside. At times you will be given a webinar conducted by or hosted by one lady from American University or Australian University. Possibilities are there in the ice age. Then what they spoke for 1 hour, you didn't understand anything because they are not going to use our English. They will use their English. Then as they are our guest, we must listen to them and understand what they say. Don't say, oh, I don't understand your pronunciation, you speak Malayalam. No, got it. And will there be complaint from the part of your parents for using 2 hours English only? No problem, I think, okay?
No, sir.
So teacher used only English, didn't understand, speak it tomorrow in Malayalam. Will there be any complaint tomorrow? No.
No, sir.
Okay, then I'll go ahead in English only. Fine. Then now, read this one.
Sir, cucumber, stomach, oven, onion, kangaroo, compass.
Cucumber, stomach, oven, onion, kangaroo, dinosaur, and compass.
Onion.
Okay, friends. Okay, friends. Now you stop. Now you stop. I'll try. Now,
Balan sir, may I interfere for a while?
Okay, please do.
Please, students, please mute your phone. Otherwise, teacher is distracted. Please.
Okay, students.
Only after instructions you can.
Yes, sir. Please do, sir. That's the correct one. And anyway, they are very boisterous. Okay, no problem. Let them keep silent. Then only I can put across the idea I wanted to. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, students, listen to what I say, and afterwards I'll give you a slot for your idea. See, cucumber. You can mentally, silently, you can repeat. Okay, cucumber. Normally, it is heard across Kerala, cucumber, right? Actually, it's a cucumber. You don't. You simply repeat in your mind. Silently repeat. Cucumber. Cucumber. Next one is stomach. Stomach, not stomach. But in biology class, you'll say only stomach. Actually, stomach pain, stomach ache. Okay, paratha is not a stomach-friendly food. I repeat, paratha is not a stomach-friendly food. Not a stomach-friendly food. Stomach-friendly food. Stomach-friendly food. Oven, not oven. Put the pan.
Oven, sir.
Oven. That is the phonetics today. Correct pronunciation is today's session. So your cemented idea from class 1 LKG onwards, you have been listening to this word wrongly, oven. It is not correct. Today is a new day. And from today onwards, if possible, you try to use it. When others say oven, don't make fun of them. Our teacher taught us, our beautiful and handsome teachers taught us oven. So you are an ugly person. You do not have a good dress. So your pronunciation is wrong. Don't have such an impression. Oven. Put the pan on the oven. And next one is onion. I like onion and potato. 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 Then kangaroo. Kangaroo. You know, my dear friends, kangaroo is an Australian word. I repeat, kangaroo is an Australian word which means I don't know. What's the meaning of the word in Australian language? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the meaning of the word kangaroo in Australian language. I'll tell you a story about it. As Vasco da Gama came to India, you know, Vasco da Gama landed at Kapad in Kerala, in Kozhikode. Got it. As similarly, in olden days, we had people, they traveled different parts of the world as a part of exploration. Sea exploration or aquatic exploration and terrestrial exploration. Aquatic means through water and terrestrial on the land. Like that, Captain James Cook, captain, no, captain, carriage, canvas. Okay, all these are wrong English. Cat, cap, canvas, camel, carrot and all. So Captain James Cook with the 50 friends went to Australia. He was very curious to see a kind of animal which at times stands on two legs and it can hop, not a jump, hop. That is around 20 meters it can hop. And out of curiosity, when you visit a place, if you do not know something what it is, you will normally ask a local person. Similarly, Captain James Cook also out of curiosity called a tribal man from Australia, asked, "Dear gentlemen, what's that animal's name? What's the name of that animal?" Immediately the tribal man responded, "Kangaroo." Kangaroo means I don't know. And Captain James Cook misunderstood his reply, and he thought that the man is telling the name of the animal, and he noted it in his diary. What is spelling of diary? D-I-A-R-Y. That is a diary, the book in which you note your daily routines and all. Another one is called a dairy, D-A-I. That's called milk product, dairy farm, but a diary book. Diary of Anne Frank, not a diary of Anne Frank. Got it? Diary and diary. What's the difference? Diary, D-I, a book in which you note your daily routine and all. The other one is milk and milk product, that's called a dairy. Dairy. Normally we say, I wrote it in my diary. Means I wrote it in my milk. What's the correct one?
Dairy milk.
Dairy. A dairy milk and a diary book. Come on.
Dairy milk and diary book.
Diary and diary book and diary.
Dairy milk, dairy farm.
Dairy milk.
My dress is dairy white. My book is dairy white, means a pure white, milk white. Clear? Dairy.
Yes, sir.
Next one is dinosaur is a dinosaur.
Sir, dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Final R silent in English. Dinosaur. Next one is a vine and a yard. When we put them together, we call it a vineyard. Vineyard. Come on.
Vineyard. Compass.
Normally, in mathematics class, we hear it compass. And next, I'll correctly pronounce this one once more. You can make use of it. But after the 2-day session, again you will listen to cucumber, stomach, oven, onion, kangaroo, dinosaur, vineyard, compass. No problem. But you have this idea at the back of your heart. When an Englishman or somebody pronounces cucumber, you can think of it. Oh, one day, one teacher told us that word. Now I remember. Whenever a thing is useful, think of this class. Otherwise, go ahead with the same ordinary or incorrect English that you have been learning. Understand? Keep it at the back. As I give you a helmet today, you cannot use it unless and until you have a bike. Correct? So today I am giving you some seeds or helmets. Whenever you get a bike, you can start using it. Correct? Similarly, cucumber, stomach, oven, onion, kangaroo, dinosaur, vineyard, compass. My dear friend, do you have the habit of watching Cartoon Network or English films also?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can understand. There they will use. Okay, then you can understand what's the pronunciation of cucumber, stomach, oven, onion, kangaroo, dinosaur.
So I always produce dinosaurs, sir, not dinosaur.
Okay, but normally 99%, how do you listen to this word dinosaur, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to use them. Congratulations, those who use it correctly. It will be useful because when you go out, as a part of the society, correct pronunciation, of course, will do some good. Or otherwise, even in a half dress or full dress, you can live. Got it? That's it. Without shoe or with a shoe, or with one leg, and this way, because communication is more important. So pronunciation is up to you as you use the fine dress and all. Then let's have another set also. Come on, this one. By it, sit.
Yacht.
You.
You. Club. Swallow.
Okay. Now you mute your mic. Now you mute your
Sir,
mic.
yeah. Clerk, pigeon, swallow.
Okay, well, fine. Students' chance over. And I'll give you a chance after me. After me singing. Okay. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Let me try now. First one, Y-O-T. That is the Y and the final T. Yacht. Y-O-T is the pronunciation of that, not yacht. Yacht. Come on.
Yacht.
Next.
Yacht.
Next one.
U.
Only the letter U. U means a female. U is a female sheep. A female sheep is a U. A male one is a ram. Not the random access memory, but here it is a ram means a male sheep. This is female.
So randomly a male.
Okay. That is here it is. Okay, that also you can. Here it is a U. Yacht. U. Clock. The next word is very important. How do you read it? P-I-E-G-O-N.
So pigeon.
Now, today onwards, learn it correctly. That's called pigeon. P-I-J-I-N is the pronunciation. Pigeon. Come on, say pigeon. And another one. Pigeon is a short, small type wild family of a dove. D-O-V, not a dove, dove.
So dove.
Dove and pigeon. What's the difference between dove and pigeon? Pigeon is a wild and smaller one. Come on, they are spotted also.
Pigeon is a wild and spotted bird.
What are the three specialities of a pigeon? How
Wild and spotted.
Okay, pigeon is a wild, smaller, spotted one.
So wild, small and spotted one.
They live in the forest. Wild means they are in the forest. But a dove live in big houses. Okay, on the concrete buildings and all, right? That's the reason why. What's the Malayalam of dove?
Sir, prav.
Okay, what's prav? What prav?
Sir, kore prav undu, sir.
Okay. No, don't. Okay, you're waiting for a chance for me to use one word Malayalam. Okay.
Oh, illa. Sir, English.
Okay, that's called
rice.
Okay, fine. Now another one. Let us go for another one. Last one in this group. SWLLO is a solo. S-O is the pronunciation. Solo.
Solo.
Solo is a small bird, and also you can swallow an ice cream. You can swallow a tablet or a pill. Solo. Okay. What's another?
I swallowed toffee.
Okay, that the snake swallowed a frog. The snake swallowed a frog. Correct?
Frog. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us
Hello.
come back. Now let us come back. Now let us come back.
ഏത് രണ്ടെണ്ണം ഉണ്ട്
Okay, friends. Now you listen to some words that is wrongly pronounced. And shall I give you one more area? Then when you learn English, when you get something, if I give you some seeds, what will you do with those seeds?
So I will plant them, sir.
I will
Okay.
plant it in a pot.
Okay, the other day, my dear friends, the other day, one of my friends, one of my
Friends.
Friends.
friends,
Your
can't be said
friends.
one of my friends is correct usage. Okay. One of my friends paid a visit to my house. One of my friends paid
Paid.
a visit to my house yesterday. In English, don't stand with yesterday. Time should be at the end. So one of my friends visited my house, paid a visit to my house yesterday. Instead of in Malayalam, you think yesterday my friend came to my house. Correct. So a friend of mine paid a visit to my house yesterday, and I'm interested in horticulture. I'm interested in horticulture. That's called gardening.
Yes, sir.
HORTICULTURE. Horticulture.
Horticulture.
Okay. I have special 2-3 varieties of rose plants in my garden. Rose plants in my garden. Okay. And the friend was very much attracted by the flower and told me, would you mind giving me a stump of it? Would you mind giving me a stump of that rose, that yellow rose? I cut it and gave it him, and he came in his car and he put it in the dicky of the car, and suppose he kept it for 3 days. Suppose he forgot it. What will happen to that stump of rose plant?
So
You'll get
maybe it will become dry, sir.
It will
Dry out, sir. Dry out.
It'll dry out and become brittle.
first day in 2 days. First it will wither away. First it will wither away. Come on.
Wither away. Wither away.
What is withering?
Wither away.
And after 2-3 days, if the dry leaves will be dry. Okay. Similarly, my dear friends, you might be attracted towards the phonetics class and certain words, just like cutting a piece or stump of a rose plant from my garden. You will keep it in the bag or keep it in the shelf. After 2-3 days, it dry out. My point is that you have to make use of whatever you get from today. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Not all of a sudden, slowly but surely, you must be make use of these things to smaller degrees. Not to all of it. If you swallow the entire thing one day, it is not. When people want water to drink when they are when they are thirsty, correct?
Correct.
People would like to or want to drink water when they are thirsty, but if they fall into water, they will die also. Correct?
Correct.
So the two are the same thing, pluses and minuses of everything. So all of a sudden, if you try to put to practice the entire thing, it's not that good. Correct? Then I'll give you some other words also. Another set also I'll share with you. You can try to, you think this is the way you study or you studied. Or are you ready to change this way? Or keep it in mind, when others speak English correctly, you can also take this out. Oh, I also know it. If others use it wrongly, you go with the wrong. And when others use it correctly, or you don't think of what others do, you have to have your own idea. That is the only thing the message I want to pass with you as far as phonetics is concerned. Got the point? If you dress neatly and if you speak politely, if you behave in an attractive manner, it of course will add to your personality, correct? Even otherwise, you can speak the way you like, even the way you like to dress, even the way you like to behave in public, all these are possible. Okay, the sun will rise and the sun will set in between, correct? You can do many things. So I'll share another set and how you have been listening to the same thing, how you have been listening, not I have been listening, I've been listening, I've been listening, I've been listening. Been pronunciation, been pronunciation, been. I've been, come on.
I've been.
She has been.
I've been.
I've been.
She has been helping me.
There.
She has been helping me. Come on.
She has been helping me.
She has been helping me.
It's been raining.
It's raining.
It's been raining.
It's been raining.
Raining.
I've been waiting for you since morning. I've been waiting for you since morning. I've been waiting
This morning.
Okay. Fine. Now let us watch another set. Okay. Okay. Now see the words that was first. Friends, do one thing. Let us reach a compromise, not to have the clash. If both of you and me mute the mic, unmute the mic, there will be clash and jarring voice. There will be white noise, but unpleasant noise that comes from radio or TV, we call it a white noise. To avoid what? White noise. Not the new word. White noise. When do we have the white noise?